if you were to actually make a city that functioned like the native ecosystem next door, it would produce ecosystem services. And that's something that we haven't done yet. We haven't asked our cities to meet or exceed the same level of ecosystem services as the wildland next door. And when you do that, when you actually add up those metrics, so as an ecologist, you can go to a reference habitat and you can say, okay, it's cleaning this much water, storing this much water, building this much soil, sequestering this much carbon, all of these beneficial services, which by the way, add up to resilience. And it's doing those for free. We call those ecosystem services. But actually the quantities are quite astounding.
Quantities of what?
Of, say, how much water gets purified each year, how much air gets cleaned each year, how much the temperature change in a forest, how much cooling happens. So if you take those metrics and you say, okay, city, you have to meet those metrics now. So per block, you've got a metric of cleaning this much water each year or storing this much water in every storm. If you look at that and you suddenly have several ecosystem services to meet, and you ask both your buildings and your green spaces combined to meet those metrics, you have a reason to add a lot of the design interventions that we're talking about here.
And you can do that within an existing city, or does we have to build all new cities?
Absolutely, within an existing city. All this is it's a metric for the new e-governance dashboard. You say, how much carbon is my city sequestering each year? And I'm counting it up. And I'm looking at the natural model next door sequesters this much. Now if I add a building that has CO2 sequestering concrete, I'm able to say I'm moving towards that needle. I'm sequestering more carbon. If I have my landscaping be with really healthy soils, I'm sequestering even more carbon. If I do other things within my building, I'm sequestering even more carbon. And what it gives you is a framework so that your design interventions are not fragmentary. They actually accumulate towards something. And what that something is place-based ecosystem services that you know are possible because they're happening in the wildland next door, right?
Right.
So it's local, it's possible, it's very aspirational, and it also, as your city gets closer and closer to cleaning that much water or cleaning that much air, it also becomes a great place to live.